Ladies and gentlemen, the Hideout. I know, but later it can look like this. It enables a lot of crafting options and can generate you a lot of rubles. But at the beginning it looks like this. The first couple of stations can be built with rubles only, but for some and surely for the upgrades later, you additionally need certain loot. Often there are also other requirements like trader levels and even skill levels, like in this case, the health skill on level 2. With each upgrade you get additional bonuses or unlock new recipes, but first you have to wait for the upgrade to complete. At the beginning the times are okay, but later it goes up to several days. So fast forward and ta-da! We have new stuff to craft. But what is actually worth it? To check if a certain recipe is worth it, just right click on filter by item and check the price on the left side and then compare it to what you'll get out of the deal. But this requires a flea market. Don't worry, another video. Some are a bit special though, because for example the painkillers don't have to be full. So for a Saleva kit you could buy painkillers for 4k rubles, then use it 3 times and then use it for the crafting, which reduces its rest worth basically to 1000 and therefore maximizing the profit. By the way, in order for you to craft something you need a power generator in most cases. But you can start the crafting and then after you've started it, immediately turn the generator off. That will increase the duration it needs for the craft, but you don't waste fuel. So perfect for overnight crafts, for example. Also, things you craft get the found in raid flag and can therefore be sold on the flea market. Otherwise making profit would be a bit hard. Okay. But I think that covers the first couple of basics. Now let's look at each station that we have and what bonuses they provide and which recipes are actually profitable. So first, the med station has right away a couple of them, but really worth are only a few. This one on level 3 is only worth if you use the 2 painkillers until only 1 charge is left. Otherwise, not worth it. I know that's pretty disappointing, but don't worry, it will get worse. Nah, it's not that bad. You can actually make a lot of rubles with the Hideout. Then we have the resting space, and it should provide an increased bonus to your health and energy regeneration while your PMC is not in raid. So you don't have to buy food that often. Then we have a cozy little fireplace, and it just does pretty much the same, but worse. With those 2 rather boring stations out of the way, we have the nutrition station, where you can also craft your own food. It improves the energy and hydration regeneration and also some health regeneration. And as said, it provides some recipes, but sadly none of them are really worth a penny. The only one in this is if you can't sell the sugar. For example, if you died with the sugar in your pouch, it loses the found in raid stat. And then you can still craft 3 milk thingies, which are worth 15,000 each at Therapist. Then the generator, and this thing powers your hideout. That means that the lights are working and that your stations can craft whatever you're crafting. The higher the level, the more fuel tanks you can put into. At the highest level, you can power your hideout for 144 hours or even 288 hours with the solar panel. So if you're offline for that duration, your hideout is still gonna be pretty lit. Next, the security, and this thing is for nothing. It's just a requirement for other station upgrades. Now, the stash, and this is where I really disagree with the devs, because you get certain stash sizes for buying certain game editions. But when you want to upgrade it with in-game loot and money, the prices are absurd. You can still play the game with 280 slots. You just have to manage your stash a bit better. There are ways to manage a pretty smart early game with just a few tricks, and you don't need containers for that. I'll also link a video for that topic if you're interested. Then the lavatory. And when others read the news or play something on their smartphone. But in Tarkov, our PMC crafts stuff while they're taking a shit. And there are tons of recipes and it's a bit hard to tell which are good because the prices change constantly. but some that are always worth it are the following. Just pause the video if you want to take notes. Next, the Pew Pew station, the firing range. After building it, you can test your weapons there and just press enter when you're in the bird view and then press F when the prompt appears and you will enter the firing range mode, so to speak. You don't lose anything that you shoot in there, not a single bullet, so go crazy and really test your guns. The workbench unlocks the holy grail of Escape from Tarkov, modding. After you have built it, you can mod your weapons and create amazing builds. We will also look at modding in one of the next videos. Additionally, the workbench unlocks tons of crafting options. There are so many that I'll just show the ones that are really profitable. The AK-74 M crafting is pretty cool early game if you use this gun often. This allows you to craft an AK-74 M for 7,000 rubles. I use this a lot in my modding videos. The other crafting recipes are also pretty cool, especially for high-end ammo. So we're coming closer to endgame material. Next we have the intelligence center. First, it has some pretty cool bonuses. So if you're short on money, you can play scav rounds at much higher frequency and get way more money out of basically everything. In terms of crafting, none of the recipes are actually worth it, but some of those items need to be found in raid for missions. And since crafting items are found in raid, it's a very easy way to complete those missions. The water collector just increases hydration, regeneration, I hate that word, which can be really helpful. I didn't count the amount of times I went in dehydrated and each of those raids was really painful. Then the lights, which well, they look good. And there are upgrade requirements again. That's all. But now we have the big money maker, the Bitcoin farm. This thing creates bitcoins as long as you have power in your hideout. The more graphic cards, the faster it produces them. Each bitcoin can be sold for 150,000 rubles, or you can trade them for weapons and weapon cases, where you can put your trophy weapons from other players. So you've heard right, a bitcoin farm actually just produces money. At level 1 with 10 graphic cards, it produces 300,000 rubles per day. Pretty cool. Almost last we have the scav case, and that's basically just the Escape from Tarkov casino. It's a gambling station. You put something in and sometimes he brings you profit, but sadly not that often. So all I can say for that is good luck. Alright, that's basically all, but there are 2 high-end stations and 1 special one left. First, the air filtering unit gives your physical skills a huge boost. The solar panel decreases fuel consumption by half. And during Christmas, you can build a Christmas tree, which unlocks new crafting options, which are usually pretty cool. But don't worry, the rest of Tarkov stays the same. Okay, that's cool and all, but when do I get to play, do I hear you say? Don't worry, raids will be covered in the next video. Alright guys, thanks for watching, I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, as always, put them in the comment section below, I'm happy to help. If you liked the video, of course, like it. If you want more like this, then please subscribe. And see you all in the next one. Bye bye.